welcome to High Vibe Chats with Dee and Lauren. How is everyone doing today? We're so excited to be here with all of you. My name is Diana.c.bamford. Everybody calls me Dee. I'm a Reiki Master, Ascension channeler, and psychic based here in beautiful San Diego, California. And this is the beautiful Lauren.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lauren Anchetta. I am an energy worker, and I also am a yoga teacher. Primarily, my main jam right now is teaching and guiding people through yoga nidra meditations and yin and Reiki.
And she's amazing. She's amazing. And we'll talk at the end. She has a yoga nidra. If you've never experienced yoga nidra, I highly encourage it. It's the laziest type of yoga you would do. All you have to do is lay there and receive and travel and be. I just love it so much. And Lauren is amazing at it. So today we wanted to chat with all of you about the world of Reiki energy healing. If you've been following me and following Lauren for a while, you know my main jam is energy work. And my principle with that, I do Reiki energy. I got really, Reiki kind of came into my life very sudden. I wasn't looking for it. And we always know when you feel just like the call to learn a little bit about it. And it all begins with that curiosity, right? We're all kind of wondering of like, what is Reiki? I hear these people talk about this Reiki. What is it? What does it do? How does it work? And there's different things out there. Different people talk about it differently. And I will also touch on some theories that are out there that are completely like they're not true. I'm like, it's not true. But everybody has Reiki in their body. So the best example I give to my clients, it's like, say if you have children or not, but if a child is running around and it falls, comes to the mother, right? We always can see that scenario. And what is the first, they scrape their knee, and the first thing the mom does, she like rubs her hands and puts it over the child's wound to send them, to just give him love and cure the boo-boo. And it's just intuitively. So we all have Reiki within our bodies. If we hurt ourselves, we're like, ow. And, we rub it with our own hands. So we all have it. Reiki energy is, the word itself is a Japanese holistic practice. And Reiki, the word itself means universal life force energy. We all have this universal life force energy. The only difference is that sometimes we're aware of it and sometimes we're not, and how you can tap into it. And today, Lauren and I are going to share with you some techniques so you can begin your healing process within your own body, with the plants, with other things right now. So Lauren, share with us your thoughts on Reiki.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start with like just how I came about Reiki myself. And it's one of those things that I was just drawn to it. I had no idea what it was. And it kept popping up in my life, maybe around like 2015, because I was pregnant at the time with my son. I was very fascinated by it. I was really like, that was around the time too that I was really starting to dive more into my own like spiritual journey. I was going to like the local psychic school, checking that out for aura reading. So I was in that very like major curiosity stage. And I kept hearing about Reiki. And I just knew, I was like, okay, I want to dive deeper into this. But I just still really don't know what it is. And I actually signed up for my first attunement, still not really knowing too much about it or what it was, but sort of just answering a call within me, to do it, to dive in. It's like a knowing, like maybe you've experienced that throughout your life too, where you're just drawn to something and you can't really logically explain why. So what I discovered along my own journey with Reiki is that this is not new to me. This is quite familiar to me. And I have been down this road many of lifetimes before. So that's what that call was. What I do think is interesting about Reiki, well, just a little bit of the history, and it's hard, like many ancient, well, this isn't an ancient practice, first of all. It's not, compared to, you know, it hasn't been around since the dawn of time. So there are people who dive in and they're like, well, it's like the 1900s. I mean, maybe like the late 1800s. I'm trying to find an exact date, and even that's kind of difficult to do when you get conflicting information, because like many older practices, we'll call it, a lot, and older cultural practices, a lot of the information was passed down by word of mouth, like the old ancient storytelling. So it's hard to trace back an exact starting point, birth point for the practice. What I do know is that Dee and I, we have the same Reiki teacher. The same Reiki teacher taught us.
Yes.
And we are trained in the Dr. Usui method and lineage of Reiki. Are there other lineages? Probably. This is the traditional form, is what I was taught, what we were taught about it. And that's kind of why I was drawn to it, because I'm like, you know, if I'm going to learn about a practice, I personally like to trace it back to the origin, or close to the origin as I can, and learn from that lineage. So anywho, where was I going to go with that? Beep, bop, boop.
Yeah. And, you know, it's so interesting because we all answer the call, and you're right. So there's so many different, like, I know there's a Hawaiian type of Reiki practice, like another lineage, or I don't know if I want to call it lineage, but another form of practicing Reiki. It just comes, but it doesn't mean that it's not the usui, so it's bad or anything like that. It's different practices, like, you know, Swedish massage versus regular massage. You know, they have their benefits, and it's so interesting when Lauren mentioned, you know, that she just felt the call. That was the same way I was. I was at a bar class, and I was like, oh, I saw a flyer on Reiki, and everything just kind of sparked, and I became very passionate, and I did my level 1, and then I did my level 2, and guess who was in my level 2? Lauren, her and I did our Reiki level 2 together, and, you know, things happened. So there's no coincidence. Everything is happening for a reason. And once you feel that call, or even just begin to question or feel like that little bit of an itch of Reiki, which is amazing. It's just the healing. It's like I have a lot of people recently say, like, I want to do things with my hands. And it's just awakening that part of you. So allowing yourself to be curious within yourself, you know, and experience and explore that.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to note too. Oh, sorry.
No.
I think it's important to note about Reiki as well, because we can get as humans, we can get very caught up with titles. And I've been down that road too. We all have, you know, it's like, oh, this is this. I want to put it in a box. Reiki, I mean, in one way, yes, Reiki has boxed itself. It is Reiki. Reiki is this. It is the traditional, or it's non-traditional. And I think what we need to, it's energy work. Energy work has been around since the dawn of time. This is something that our ancestors have practiced. I mean, as far back as the creation of humans, I would say personally, like this is a this is a source-given, God-given, universe-given right that we all have, is this work with energy, this healing with our hands. Everybody is capable of tapping into this. We all have Reiki flowing within us. Now, what Dee and I were taught is that the attunements, if you become attuned to Reiki, it amplifies the amount within you. Is this true? I don't know. Do I think that you have to be attuned to tap into it? No, absolutely not. But that being said, like, it's been said that, like, these Reiki techniques were probably around, I mean, I think since the dawn of time, but like where they were used for healing in India with Buddha, and then later with Jesus. Like, if you think about what Jesus did, or, you know, the stories of what he did with his hands, the healing. I'm not saying it's Reiki. I'm saying it's It is.
It is. Yes.
It's energy healing. It's energy working. It's coming to that mastery within yourself of realizing I am capable of healing my body. You are capable of healing your body. I can tune into this energy. And in Reiki, when you're a practitioner, you are not the healer. You are the conduit for the healing. So really what it is when you're working with an energy worker, what it should be, and I would be weary of anyone who says, I'm the healer and I'm going to heal you. It's not them. It's not the person. They are just a vessel for that energy to come through, flow through and out to who is open to receive. I think that's very important to mention.
Oh, absolutely. And Aisha had a beautiful comment here. So like, I had a massage therapist last year who was amazing. I told her that she lays hands like she performed Reiki. And she paused and said that she does practice Reiki. The best massage I've had, hands down. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it feels so good. It's just that extra. And see, the massage therapist just activating, or maybe even if this massage therapist wasn't necessarily performing Reiki, but it is activating within her that she was able to, Aisha was able to feel it. And that is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it so, so much. That it's incredible. And as we were talking right now, you were talking about, the different things with Reiki. It does amplify our own energy so strongly and in so many ways. And when we do that, it really gives us the opportunity to expand as humans in the human experience, to deepen ourselves, to self-discovery. So what is this energy? And like you were saying, energy work has been in our lives since the dawn of time. And what's really interesting is, and Laura and I were having this conversation the other day about, the kings, people back in medieval times, they had seers. They had people that did energy work. And also they were psychics, and they were part of their big, they're going to go into battle. They will, talk to them too. Their voice matters.
Yes.
And just throughout time, people like us have been discredited in a way, and we have to kind of, defend ourselves through rather than fight it through. But sometimes it feels like it. But it is. Seers, channelers, energy work has been part of the collective evolution of this planet. And it's something that you all have, and it's something that you can begin to tap into and experience it right now. And the benefit of Reiki, it's so beautiful. Some of the best benefits that Reiki has, just hands down, is of course relaxation, right? We can sleep better, get us really relaxed. It keeps us in a very calm state. It helps with anxiety, depression. It helps with long-term illnesses. It promotes, the better sleep, like I was saying about, it helps with sleep, but it promotes a healthier way of life when we tune into this beautiful energy that we all hold. Sorry, I hear the parrots so beautifully through the sky. So yeah, I see the benefits of Reiki. So what are some of the benefits of Reiki for you, Lauren, that you've seen?
There are countless benefits. Speaking of my life personally, it really helped me tune into the energetic world, which was something I so deeply desired to do at the time when I was finding Reiki. It helped me grow my ability to feel energy, to truly feel it, not only coursing through me, but it in a personal practice, but through me and to others, and being able to feel the energy of others. It was the jump off point of all of the energy work I do, it's gonna turn on. I don't know why it wants to make me emotional. I wasn't aware of Reiki during my first pregnancy, but I was during my second pregnancy. And it really helped me connect with the baby in a way that I felt like I had a difficult time doing the first time around. And I just had a very, very intentional yet casual practice of giving myself Reiki almost every evening or morning, depending on how the day went. And through giving myself Reiki, taking some time to just focus on my belly and focus on the baby. And I mean, it does make me a little emotional thinking about it, because it was very profound for me, because I felt like too, like I was like, wow, like once she was big enough in my belly, I would feel her react to the Reiki. And that was when I was really mind blown by it. It wasn't just about me. It was about her, truly. I would never considered myself a skeptic, but I've always just kind of been like, maybe it's working, maybe it isn't. I don't know. How can I know for sure? It's like if my daughter, my baby's benefiting from this, but whatever, intention, here I go. And she would go nuts in my belly when I would give her Reiki. And even when I was giving myself, it was just this wow moment of me really realizing just how incredible energy work is, and tuning into it, and that it's real. It's so real. It is so real. And we know that. It was just like further confirmation for me, like, this baby's not gonna lie to me. this baby she has no stake in this game. Like, so that's been, I've experienced countless others of just like connecting with my son and tapping him into his own energy and Reiki energy and using it for healing. But that right there, that was, a real wow moment for me with it.
Absolutely. It's so beneficial. There's endless benefits to Reiki, and the Western medicine is actually accepting it more and more. I volunteer at a local hospital here in San Diego with Reiki. Right now, due to COVID, I can, but we have a whole alternative holistic practice at this hospital, and there's now, I believe, prior to COVID, there were 2 hospitals that allowed Reiki for patients. Long-term illnesses, or just anybody who just got out of surgery, open heart surgery, to come and soothe them this way. Another thing that when you were talking about, for prenatal and postnatal is huge. So for all of you out there that maybe don't know me, I'm also a yoga instructor, and my specialty are mamas, prenatal and postnatal. And I also support a lot. Actually, I do postpartum energy healing, which is Reiki for the postpartum mom, but also for the prenatal mom, because their babies are so receptive. I recently did an attunement to a mama who is expecting a baby, and she's like, "Oh, now that I give myself Reiki, I feel my baby girl reacting, also responding to the Reiki." And my goal actually with Reiki is to continue to share this and attune more people, for them to just amplify their energy, to be very aware and very intentional, so that they can do it for themselves and they can do it for others. They can do it for family members, loved ones, doulas. Doulas is another thing. Doulas with having Reiki within themselves when they're working with that mom that is ready to give birth, it's so soothing. So again, it can be something else that is put on, their little portfolio, that they also are Reiki attuned, and nurses, therapists. That's my next step, to begin to work more with counselors, also of big groups, counselors of PTSD. How to teach, also share this for people that are experiencing PTSD to explore this. I wish, I have 3 children, but I wish I would have known Reiki at that moment. It just wasn't my time to experience it with my children. And when I had tough postpartum, and also, through the postpartum period, it would have been good. But then now that I know it, I can't dwell on what I didn't do. I can only do from now on. And I see the benefits of Reiki in all my clients. The way I practice Reiki now, I'm very tapped in. I do a lot of channeling through it, and it's truly an experience. Today, I had a client actually call me, and they're like, less than 24 hours later, a lot of changes were happening in my life, because it's being ready for this beautiful energy. Life wants us to be happy. Happiness is our birthright. Love is the highest frequency we hold. So it's so important the world wants us to be in that. The universe, God, source wants us to be in that state. So it always allows things to fall off of us, and other things, to making room for things that are going to help us feel that bliss, that joy, to make us happy in life, to come in. And Reiki is definitely, you have it in you, and it's definitely a place to start. Anything else on benefits, Lauren? Anybody, just if you're watching the live or you're watching the replay, we would love to hear from you. Let us know if you experience Reiki. If you're curious, if you have questions, we're here to answer any and all questions that you have. But anything else before we tap into how to tap in and awaken your own energy power?
What you said was beautiful. I think, it can be beneficial for anybody going through as an enhancement to, if they're already seeking counseling, if they're dealing with any type of, anxiety, stress, depression. It can be an added tool in their toolbox to cover not only, you got your Western medicine, you have your therapist, but then you also have a little esoteric in there to deal with any blockages. Because we aren't just this physical body, we are an energy body. There is a whole field of energy around us. So it's also very important. And there's a lot of now scientific studies coming out that we can see that dis-ease in the body or disease that manifests starts in the energy body. Yeah. So if we can address the energy body in concert with addressing the physical body before, ideally, something serious manifests, or in treating what's already present, it's huge. I think that hand in hand is like this only amplifies the benefits of whoever is searching for healing. And if we could all, just like a little side note, but if we could all get into proactive health and proactive healing, what a difference. What a difference that would make to really address ourselves and prioritize ourselves proactively and preventatively, as opposed to like, oh no, this has come up. Here I am at my lowest of lows, or I have this health thing going on or that health thing. Now I want help. Yeah. We can address it before it ever reaches that. I'm not going to say, blanket statement, but yeah, absolutely. The energy body it's so many times it's like, the person that I keep getting a cold, I continue to experience this and that, and they go to the doctor, and then they're checking their thyroid, and they're getting ready to, redo the whole thing. And then it's an emotional block. It's an energy block, right? It's something that they don't want to see, they don't want to address, and they've just been ignored it. And once they bring it to light, they throw the tantrum, they feel awful, but then it's like, it's gone, it's released. And we have this energy bodies. And ways of experiencing right now, Aisha, she's like me. She's experiencing and has just the physical pain, blocks, and more. And she is mentioning, and I've been working with Aisha for, Aisha, we're working for 2 years already, or something like that. I'm thinking definitely over a year. I think 2 years. I don't know even if it's more than that. I'm plugging in my computer. I'm sorry. Hang on.
You're fine.
I'm right here.
Aisha and I have been working for a while, and she's such a beautiful being. She's a beautiful Akashic reader, and she mentions that she also feels it through Yoga Nidra. Yeah. So Yoga Nidra is very powerful too. It allows the body to expand at a much deeper level. So, right before we, I actually go into this tapping in of the energy, I just want to say something. If you heard any of these things out there, so these are a lot of things that I've heard from clients that when we talk about Reiki and they're like, oh, Reiki, I'm not so sure about Reiki. I heard Reiki is bad because it opens all your energy fields and then spirits can come in and you have all this. And I'm like, I don't know who's your Reiki practitioner, somebody just right on the corner who's just not knowing what to do, is not very prepared. But I'm like, no, it doesn't do that. It doesn't open all your fields in such way where, you're going to get random spirits. No, there's a lot of protection. So always when you find a Reiki practitioner, make sure that you chat with them. For me, it's a non-negotiable with all my clients. I have to have potential clients, new clients, any of that. I have a 15-minute conversation. I take energy work very sacred. Your energy is so sacred to me that we have to be a match. I have to be a match to you. You have to also be a match to me in order to beautifully work. So Reiki energy will never do harm. It will never do harm. It will shift things in your life. So one time I had a client, they're like, oh my gosh, I did Reiki. And after that, my life fell apart. And I was like, she's just going to integrate, and then she came back like a day later and she's like, I'm so sorry, Dee, that I was so rude. She's like, these have things that I needed to address and I didn't. And they finally came, and she's a fantastic client, but she had to go through that. We have to go through the layers of resistance in the body. But when we don't address the energy body, the emotional body, it creates it comes into a physical manifestation in our body through pain, to chronic pain, through block in the body. You will feel it. So just addressing it. Awareness is the key. Awareness is where the process starts, and then having intention. I'm gonna heal myself. Just simply hands to the heart. I can heal myself. Connecting to the breath and doing that. That is absolute. Bless you, Lauren. And that is super.
You're speaking
super
truth.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Aisha's like, I can attest to the magical shifts. Absolutely. So we want to chat with you about how to tap in, awake your own energy power. Lauren, do you want to take us on that one first?
How to tap in and awaken your own energy. Connecting with your breath. Am I going to walk them through? Are we going to do a little exercise?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Here, we'll jump into techniques to experience Reiki. And so, yeah, how to tap in. Let's experience it.
Okay. Yeah. First and foremost, this is where you've heard us talk about like your grounding practices. You want to be grounded. You want to be connected. So it's not like, you're running around. You have all these things on your mind. You're like, I'm going to tap in now. That's not the time. So especially when you're first starting out. So bringing yourself to a grounded space. If you're sitting in a chair right now, if you're able to place both your feet on the floor, that's ideal, not necessary, but it assists with the process. Both feet flat on the floor, sitting up nice and tall, a little tuck of the pelvis, reaching your shoulders up by your ears, taking a deep inhale and exhale. Let them soften down your back. Nice tall posture. Using your inhale, sitting up a little bit taller, lengthening your spine, reaching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, the sky. Exhale, grounding down through the root, through your glutes, through the tailbone. And let's take a moment here to connect with not only cosmic energy, but earth energy. And what this does is it allows us to, I look at it as like a cleansing of the inside, a detoxification of your meridians, your energy channels, your energy body, your physical body, if you want it to. The possibilities are endless, all about your intention. So you can place your palms down on top of the legs if you feel like you need extra assistance grounding, or you can place them face up with connecting, receiving, up to you. Okay. Take a moment here. Nice deep grounding breath, inhaling through your nose, going all the way up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Connecting with your breath. Nice, deep, even inhales and exhales in and out through the nose. So try to breathe in for an internal count of 4. And exhaling. Count of 4 as well. So inhale matches the exhale. Exhale matches the inhale. Take about 3 or so breaths, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4, or if you have more space, you can make it longer. If you have less space, you can make it shorter. Even inhale to even exhale. Once you start to feel comfortable with this breath, once you start to feel grounded, like you've arrived in your body, invite Gaia, invite earth energy to enter through the chakras at the bottom of your feet. If you want, you can even see those chakras opening like the lens of a camera. Inviting earth energy in through the feet, up the lower leg, up the upper leg, the hips, into the center of the body. Okay. Now you also have this lens on the top of your head, the crown of your head. So go ahead and start to open the crown chakra. And as you're doing this, inviting cosmic energy, pure cosmic energy from source to enter into the crown chakra, into the body, flowing down the head, the shoulders, the arms, the fingers, the chest, into the belly, flowing all throughout, earth and cosmic, all throughout the body. And the way you can start to visualize this, as you have the earth energy flowing in through the feet and the cosmic energy flowing in through the crown, you're going to start to see the energy swirling in the center of your body. Like with every inhale, inviting more cosmic, more earth energy in, seeing it swirling in the center of your body. And as you exhale, seeing it unswirl and flow out. And of course, if this looks a little different for you, that's okay. That's your intuitive guidance. So letting this become your own thing for just a few rounds of breath here. And what this is doing, if you invite it to do so, is just grounding your body, connecting you to source, connecting you to earth, so you're not all the way up in the clouds. You're grounded, you're solid, firmly connected and rooted in your body, and firmly connected and receiving from source. Go ahead and take 2 more rounds of this breath. Notice what you see, notice what you feel, if anything, and if not, that's okay. Practice. Beautiful. And after your second or so round, you can start to see that energy returning to source, returning to the earth, flowing out of your body, giving gratitude, extending your thanks for assisting you at this time, for gently detoxifying your body, your energy field, removing all that does not serve you, all that is not in alignment with your highest self, all that is not yours. And with the eyes remaining closed, place your palms together at your heart center. Just begin to rub them together as fast as you can. Tuning in now to your energy, to the Reiki energy within you, setting your intention, making it so. Inviting the Reiki energy to flow out of you, flow into your hands, inviting yourself the possibility of even feeling or knowing or tapping into this energy within you, if it is something that you wish to do that is of the highest benefit for yourself and for all. Calling on your guides to assist you in this process. And once you've done that, then slowly start to peel the hands away from one another. And as you do this, just notice what you feel. Imagine that there is this ball of pure source energy between your hands. Okay? See it grow as you expand your hands away from one another. And as you pull your hands away, this is where you start to kind of feel the shape of that ball. How large is this ball of Reiki between your hands? And I know it might seem silly. You might be like, this is ridiculous. That's okay. Tune in. We're allowing ourselves to play right now. We are allowing ourselves to just believe and be in this mystical, wondrous, curious energy. And maybe as you bring your hands out really far, you start to bring them in. And notice when you feel a little bit of resistance. Like almost like you're just feeling the shape of this energetic ball. And allowing yourself to maybe intuitively move with it, or if you're feeling called to place your hands on your body, maybe an area of the body that is desiring a little extra healing right now, place your palms there just with the intention of allowing this Reiki energy, this source energy to flow through you and to you. Assisting with your body with its own healing process. Your body, your energy is so powerful. Moving your hands to any other area of the body you feel called to. Really letting your intuition guide you. Doing your best to quiet the ego mind, not questioning yourself. If you're getting caught up in the questions, you are getting caught up in the ego. Really just allowing yourself to feel. And placing your hands over your eyes. Bringing the palms back to touch at heart center. Taking a moment to bow your head in gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most important parts of the practice, not only gratitude for yourself, but for Reiki, for the masters, for the guides, for this entire team assisting you as you tap into this energy that is already within you. It is your birthright. All you have to do is decide to tap in. Giving gratitude for the process, giving gratitude for the energy, giving gratitude for the experience, and whatever else you feel called. And when you're ready, you can release your hands and gently open your eyes.
That was so good. That was so good. I was just releasing. There's a lot of
I heard it. Yes.
I just kept releasing a lot, and I could feel that it's not my energy releasing. I'm releasing collectively, and I always know when I'm definitely releasing for others because my eyes begin to get watery. Right away. Yeah. And then my nose begins to run and I'm just like, oh my gosh. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Mrs. Anchera. That was, I mean, it's like so relaxed. And then it's just like transmitting energy. And I'm like, this is my jam. I love it so much. I'm in such high. I don't know where we go from here. So
And goodbye.
carry on, please. Let's see. You can experience this through a yoga nidra with Lauren. So go sign up. And I do. I have on YouTube, and I'll post the link below on the Facebook group. But on YouTube, I have also a quick video on the power of your hands, which is exactly kind of what we did today in expanding through the hands, if anybody's interested in checking it out. We have this beautiful energy. Everybody has this beautiful energy within yourself. And that is beautiful. That is just so beautiful. And I love it. I just love it so much. I have no words. I'm all over the place. I'm just like, oh, I'm so high. I recently, this week, I actually had 2 clients that when we had a Reiki session, did the follow-up call, and they're like, and they're giggling and giggling and giggling. It's like, I'm so high right now. It activates your DMT.
It does.
It feels so good. It's so good. Anything else? I know we're still going to do one card pull.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll close up with our, so we'll do the card pull right now.
Yeah.
And this is just going to be, I'm not going to put it on what it is. This card is it's for everyone watching either the live or the replay. And it's for nothing in specific and for everything specific. So we'll just call it like that. Okay, so just with so much love and so much high vibe energy your way. Beautiful. Ooh, it's going to be this one. Star family. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. What do you feel, Lauren?
Oh, it's always so perfect, isn't it? If you are called to working with energy, to working with your own energy, even if it's just your own personal practice, you do not have to become a practitioner if you do not feel called to. But if you want to tap into that world, you have, oh my gosh, if we knew who was on our team and who was standing beside us and around us all the time on a daily basis, even, both the seen and the unseen, but mainly the unseen ones are the one I'm talking about right now. We would never question anything. So call in support. If you want to tap into this, but you're not sure if you want to get attuned to Reiki just yet, you kind of just want to see what you have going on or any other form of energy work, call on your team, call on your angelic team, call on your ancestors, call on your star family, call on what resonates to you, and ask, is it of my highest benefit to tap in? And if so, help. Assist me with this process. Show me the way. Meditate on it. But if you ask for help, you shall receive.
Yeah, absolutely. You couldn't have said it more perfectly. If you were guided to watch this, there's something awakening within you. There's a reason why you're here. So follow your intuition, follow your great expanded intuition that has led you here today and continue to lead you on this beautiful journey we all call life or the human experience. But thank you so very much. So Lauren, tell us what you have going on this weekend. Our announcement.
Yes. Saturday I teach 1 to 2 classes a week live via the virtual realm on Zoom. So this Saturday I have a morning yin and Reiki, and then I have an evening Yoga Nidra Sanctuary. So the Yin and Reiki is going to be from at 10 to 11:15. It's a 75-minute class. Really slow flow, not even a flow. It's very slow, intentional stretching, connecting you with your mind, body, and spirit. We do a lot of pranayama work as well. So this is a slow flow, like moving meditation class. Really good for your body too. Amazing physical benefits, getting into the fascia, the connective tissues that we really take for granted sometimes. And it can, over time and practice, increase your flexibility, prevent injury, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to know more, you can reach out to me on my Instagram, Laurenkaiwellness, or on Facebook, Laurenkaiwellness. And then later that evening, 5:30 Hawaii time, I have the Yoga Nidra Sanctuary, and this is a really powerful. I don't like saying guided meditation because it's so much more than that. It is a Yoga Nidra experience. And this is different than just your average guided meditation. So whether you are an advanced meditation practitioner or somebody who's just diving in, this is for you. It takes you on an internal journey into your subconscious, and it allows you to feel so deeply rested and recharged and just full. Afterwards, it's a really phenomenal practice. So yes, if you could use
love it.
I'll be doing it. And I also have recordings available. If you can't make live classes, you can check out my website and take a recording home with you, download it onto your computer.
And the links is going to be posted on YouTube. It's going to be in just the whole, I wanted to say the whole explanation. It's going to be on YouTube. I'm going to attach the link, and on Facebook, I'm going to attach the link in the comments for the Yin and the Reiki. And with me, I'm already booking. Well, this week I'm already booking for next week. Next week I only working 3 days, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and actually. I should have changed that. So I only have Tuesday and Wednesdays available for Reiki or an Ascension experience. The Ascension healing experience is a 2-hour experience where you get to experience Reiki for an hour, and the second hour is a channeling. So you get to have a Q&A with your guides. We dive in. Sometimes we open the Akashic records, but you really get answers to any and all of the questions you have. And you get a lot of guidance, especially for 2021 coming in. A lot of people have a lot of questions. This is a perfect time to do that.
And so incredible.
Yeah.
So incredible. I haven't had a session. Oh my God.
Yeah, and we can always just have, just a Q&A with your guides and asking questions, and they give you really like a blueprint of what it's next in your life, which is really great. Or where you have the questions is super amazing. So I'm booking for that next week, and then we have Thanksgiving here in the United States, which everybody's staying in closed doors, not a lot of festivities, but I'm definitely taking that Thursday off just to spend it with my family. So yes. So in closing, high vibe notes. Again, thank you everyone. Again, we are so excited to see you here. If you have any questions about Reiki energy, or if you'd like to book a session either with Lauren or myself, you can find us in the links in this video. And if you have any questions, we're here to answer any questions you may have. Let us know how we can support your happiness, and anything else, Miss Lauren.
That sounds complete. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we will see you all next week on High Vibe Chats with Dee and Lauren. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye. Touch of love.